What is up, YouTube? It is Zach, it's the Bug, and that's a really weird intro. How you guys doing today? Today I am going to be playing Ruse, just starting from the beginning. Just messing with you. I am going to play Battle. Ruse is a strategic war game, derived from the word ruse, which, I'm probably gonna Google. Because I understand the basics of what a ruse is, but I do not know the exact definition. Just setting up the teams right now. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do the Allies versus the Axis powers, and then there's going to be France and Italy, because no one really cares about them, There's like the quitters and then the guys that just kind of were there. So the way I'm going to play this is I'm going to play it in Total War mode. Total War mode is where it goes through all of the 3 decades here, and I do not know if it goes through nuclear mode, but that'd be pretty nice. This is a no time limit war, so we're just going to play it out until the game ends. I'm going to set my timer. Hopefully my iPod does not die on me, because that would kind of suck. Anyways, to start off, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a supply depot. Supply depots give you cash, and cash is always nice, regardless of if you're in life or if you're in a video game. Always nice. Then, what I like to do is I like to set up defenses, because I'm not someone who jumps the gun and just instantly sends a brigade of tanks to attack something. I like to sit back, think of what I'm gonna do, and then do it. See, that's just my approach. Yours can be whatever you want it to be. What I'm deploying now are anti-tank bunkers, which are stationary objects that fire at tanks. If that was too difficult for you to understand, you should probably, log out of this video right now. Stop, watch on, start. Okay, I probably should have set it as an alarm, but okay. Well, I could have just followed the era, because every era it's going to be 15 minutes, which is the exact time YouTube ends. Alright, so now that we're getting a cash flow, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up something. I like to set up an airfield, just to have recon, but this time I think I'm going to set it up with an armor base to have a more offensive take on the game, just to switch my game style up a bit. Anyone who is sitting here thinking, this guy's such a noob, honestly, this is like my 4th or 5th time playing this game on computer. In a bit of hindsight, I probably should have brought in a water bottle or something downstairs, because I'm going to be talking for a while. Oftentimes, I believe that this game is enjoyable, but it needs to be played with friends. However, none of my friends have this game, it just brings a tear to my eye. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a bunch of light tanks. These are less expensive, they're faster, but overall they have less armor and less firing ability. It's pretty much just speed units. It's the pawns of Ruse. So let's go over the few ruses while we're waiting for money to line up. The Blitz ruse. It allows you to go faster. That's all you need to know. Fanaticism. Can't even pronounce that. Fanaticism says that no one's going to retreat. No matter what you think, you're gonna stay right there and you're gonna die. Terror makes enemies flee faster. Spy shows the Alright, so basically, whenever you're over here, you will see chips as opposed to actual units. So you will never know what a unit is until it is shown, unless it's one of these annoying supply things. But you just kind of assume that. And when you use the spy and you put it into a certain sector, it'll show the spy. It will show the units that are currently under chip. The decryption ruse allows you to see enemy movements in order for you to figure out what you're going to do. Dead silence or radio silence makes it so that your troops are invisible unless they're really close. Camouflage nets make it so that your buildings are invisible unless they're really close. Really good for artillery avoidance and bombing avoidance. Reverted intel disguises your light units. It just makes your infantry look like tanks and your tanks look like infantry. Little unexpected edge. So now that we have this supply depot flowing, I think I'm going to go ahead and add another. While doing that, I also believe that I should put an anti-tank bunker here. One of the fears that I have on this is the air superiority, because I lack any ability to gain air superiority, and I don't really like throwing up airports other than for recon. So what I would do is, as soon as I get enough cash, and to speed that up, I'm going to use the Blitz Ruse. That's a way you can use it, is to speed up any process that you want, like sending things in to create things, etc. It's 1 o'clock here. It's not very fun to talk non-stop for at 1 o'clock. Oh, by the way, you have this teammate over here. He's an awful nice teammate. He isn't doing much. In fact, I think he may be one of those special guys that don't really know what they're doing. They're just kind of there. I mean, he hasn't... Ooh, what is that called? Hill 14. I never noticed that. The hills have names. That's just paying attention to detail there. Good job, whoever made Ruse. I don't know who made Ruse. It's a good game, though. Should probably figure out who made Ruse. I'm also doing this video to experiment with a new outro. It's going to get better through the years that I continue doing YouTube. Hopefully I can get a bit bigger than I am on YouTube. But if that doesn't happen, hey, it's fun to make videos regardless of if you're making money from them or not. It's originally the original meaning of YouTube was to make videos, have fun, share it with your friends. A little problem we're gonna have here are these guys. They're a bit douchebaggy. So I think that I'm going to have to take out those guys first, which is not going to be very much fun at all. But it has to be done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up more light tanks along with some medium tanks. Medium tanks, they have more armor, they have more firepower. However, they lack in speed and are more expensive. Stewards, they have, if you press tab over top of a unit, it shows you what stuff it has. An advantage of these tanks is that they have turrets as opposed to whatever the other thing is, so they don't have to stop to fire. They can fire on them go. It's always helpful to be able to move while firing to avoid being shot. It's just common logic there. So I see my buddy here in about 30 seconds or so got his stuff together and has figured out that there's people coming from his north, and he should probably stop them from coming to their north. I should probably not pay as much attention to him, but I believe he's going to go pretty soon, which is not good, because then I have France up my anus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some artillery / anti-air, because anti-air is always nice to have when you're unable to get air superiority. That sound, the music picking up, that's not good. Never good. Ever. I mean, it could just be because these guys are fighting, but I believe it's because these guys are coming over here, which means I should probably set up a machine gun bunker as well, and another anti-tank bunker, because as you can see, they have light units and heavy units, which is not very good if you just have the tank thing. I'm tempted to send tanks here, but light units also count as anti-tank guns and anti-aircraft guns, so that might just be what it is an anti-aircraft gun. And if that's the case, then I'm just jumping the gun, but that doesn't really matter. It's always better to be safe than sorry, especially with computer, because computer, it has no unit limit on Xbox and PlayStation it does, which is rather annoying, but you get over it. Something that one is able to get over pretty quickly, especially in such a good game. I think I just deployed the wrong ruse, didn't I? Nope, I just deployed in the wrong area. Because I'm special. Hey, buddy, you should shoot. Ah, crap. Well, this isn't going to go very well. Anti-tank bunker destroyed? How is it destroyed? I don't see how it was destroyed. I think that was a bit of a bug there, but oh well. I'm really confused as of right now as to what just happened. As you can see, they are lighting their up, and they're dead. It's a pretty quick process, honestly. I think I just got bombed. Is what it? Yes, that is exactly what it was. So I'm going to need to set up. Oh crap. Anti-aircraft guns. Which are these? They're not very expensive, but they're unarmored. They best work in you know, trees, forested areas, but there's no forest here. So I'm going to set them up in the open. So if any plane comes around, they just get lit up. They're not going to have a good time, you know. It's going to be a bad day. I tend to fall back onto the words "you know" a lot, even if you don't know. I will do that. It's like everyone that does YouTube commentaries by themselves, they have a word that they will fall back on. And, you know, it just seems to be my fallback word. As you can see, these guys are getting their faces lit up. And I wonder how my battle over here is going. Pretty good. They're pushing them back. Not very well, but pushing them back. One of the things that I really find helpful, in 1945 mode, there's this ability to build administrative buildings. Administrative buildings cost 100. But they give you one, I was about to call that gold per turn. They give you $1 per every 4 seconds. So, if you get a bunch of them, you're just gonna rack up money. A lot of money. It's going to be good. I hate when my mouth gets dry. That's one of the most annoying things when making a video. It's like, oh, that's the exact sound you make also. It's not like some weird attempt at making the sound. That's the sound. I think this place is gonna, yep, gets destroyed. So what I'm thinking, these guys are artillery units, of course. It's obvious because they're hitting them from there, and they're probably gonna aim up and hit this guy. So I believe that I should set up another anti-tank bunker. And that's an anti-tank gun. Or, nope, it's just light artillery. We'll be fine. These guys are going to chase after these guys. I believe this is medium artillery. If it's not, they're still going to get wrecked because it's 3-2 light tanks. Typically the 3 beat the 2. Unless these guys are special light tanks, which they are not. Light tanks fire faster also. What are really good are the German or Russian artillery positions. They can set up artillery positions as stationary objects, and that's oh crap! What happened over here? You know, something horrible has happened, you guys. Something horrible has happened. I failed to notice that my eastern flank was being attacked. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to quickly produce a bunch of Lees and get that over with really quickly, because as you can see, these guys are just gonna come in and tear through if I do not get some sort of defense in. These are simply panzers, they're light tanks, so hopefully my medium tanks will get to them before run. You would think they'd have the common sense or common logic to run, but no. Okay, I gotta give that to them. That was a smart move. However, it also agitated me, so I'm sending my units to just take out that section so that it's no longer a problem. these guys are going to be gone pretty soon. I hope my friends over here are doing a pretty good job. This is where I cut the video off for part 1. Part 2 is going to come next, so goodbye.